Hello everyone and welcome back to a new tutorial on the how to make a game like our Wrestle Simulator series. In this video we're going to be covering how to make more tools and how to make them functional and how to make a punching system and punching bags. Also, if you guys want to support me and want to have access to all of my project files without having to follow the tutorial, they will all be available on my Patreon in the $10 tier. The link will be in the description. Okay, so in the last tutorial, we've set up profile service, and we've also made a tool that gives you stats, and it's also server-sided. So what I'm gonna do today is okay. So we're gonna start off by first of all fixing this animation bug. As you can see, it does this, which we don't want to happen. So I'm going to switch to record my whole screen, and we're gonna use the Roblox animation editor plugin. So I'm gonna go to avatar, rig builder, and I'm just going to choose block avatar, and I'm going to drag it into studio, and I'm just going to choose the animation editor, and I'm going to choose this. Okay, so now here's what we're gonna do. First of all, I'm going to import that animation that we made quite a bit ago. Let's see if I can find it. It's probably this. Yeah, it's this. So let's just make sure that we've set the animation priority to action. Okay, so now we can actually start a new one. I'm sorry about that. So we want the player to hold the tool like this. So maybe I can go ahead and disable the rotation, and I want him to hold it like that with the arms like that. And then we can loop it, and then we can go here and publish to Roblox. But before we do that, we need to set the animation priority. So set animation priority and just set it to action 2. Okay, or just action. Okay, now we can go ahead and publish to Roblox, and this is going to be called dumbbell hold, and I'm just going to publish it, copy the ID, and I'm going to go to the tool itself. I'm pretty sure it's in replicated storage. No, it's in the starter pack. And inside of the animations folder, we're gonna add a hold animation. We're gonna set the animation ID to that, and that's all we're gonna need for now. Okay, so for the dumbbell client, here's what we're gonna do: tool dot equipped connect function, and then tool dot unequipped connect function. Okay, so in here we're gonna type in local loaded hold animation. That's going to be equal to nil. Now here's what we're gonna do: local so we're gonna do loaded hold animation equals, and we're just going to do we're gonna need to get the character first, sorry. So local character equals script dot parent okay, so script dot parent and we're gonna check if the character equals nil. If character equals nil, then just return end. And what we're gonna do is local animate loaded hold animation equals, and we're just gonna do character dot humanoid dot animator on load animation, and that's just going to take script dot parent dot animations dot where is it, hold animation. Okay, I switched to recording my whole screen. So what I'm gonna do now is loaded animation play. Now in here we're gonna check if loaded animation equals is not equal to nil, then loaded animation stop, and loaded animation equals nil. Okay, now we're gonna play the game and see if this works. So we're gonna equip this, and it works. Yeah, it works. So we don't get that weird bug anymore. And what I'm gonna do now is show you how to make other tools. So we already have the system for the animations. So what you can do to make a new tool is just duplicate this dumbbell. I'm going to call this hand gripper. and this is going to be used for getting I think it was called let's double check. It was called hands, yeah, hand strength. So we're just going to call it hand gripper. I'm going to change the handle color. Of course, you can have your own tool. I'm just going to have it at blue. And the animations, you have your click animation and your hold animation. You can just make a new animation using the previous steps. And then you can just paste in the animation IDs. And now we're just going to work on this. So I'm going to call this hand gripper client. And we're just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go up here to remotes and bicep tool. Now we're going to get hand gripper. So hand gripper. Okay. So now what we're going to do is hand gripper. Okay. So tool dot activated remote dot bicep tool colon fire server. We're going to change this to hand gripper colon fire server. But I'm keeping the same animations because I don't need to make new animations. Okay, so we're gonna enter the tools module script now, and we have module.bicep curl. Now we can have a function. So function module dot hand gripper, and we're just going to take the player, and now task.spawn function, and we're just going to have a table here, local hand gripper tool debounces equals an empty table. So we're just going to copy this line of code right here, but we're going to change this to hand gripper tool debounces, and we're just going to copy this, not cut, just copy. Now we can just copy this again. Actually, we can just copy the whole thing and change it. Okay, so we have that. So character confine for start of class tool, click animation. Okay, so bicep tool debounce. We're gonna change this to hand gripper tool debounce, and we're gonna change this to hand gripper tool debounce, hand gripper tool debounces, and in here we're gonna change this to hands, and we're just going to use tool colon get attribute value. Okay, so now remote.bicep tool, we're going to change this to remote dot, and we're just going to choose hand gripper. Now if you play the game, this should work. Oh, I've forgotten I called the module.bicep tool function. We're going to call the hand gripper function. Okay, so if I use the dumbbell, it will give me a bicep value, and if I choose this, the hand gripper, it will give me hand strength. Okay, so we got that done. Let's make sure that our animations stop, and yes, they do. Okay, so it works just fine. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so to strengthen your knuckles, I'm pretty sure that in Arm Wrestle Simulator, you just punch a punching bag. So we're just going to make a punching bag. It's not really going to be a real punching bag, but it's just going to be a cylinder. Let's just go to cylinder, Control T to rotate, and I'm just going to make it bigger. Okay, that's a little too big. Let's just get this character right here. Let's just make it the size of a punching bag. Okay, that's good. That's good. We're just going to anchor it, and I'm just going to group it. And I'm going to set the primary part to the part that I want to shake or move when I hit this. So what I'm gonna do is part. So we're just going to rename this to primary, and we're gonna select the model. So set the primary part to primary. Okay, now I'm just going to make it red. Let's just make it a little redder. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is just add a folder in here, and we're gonna call it punching bags. Now we're just going to select this model, and we're gonna put it in the in here. And what I'm gonna do is just set an attribute to this. So just click add attribute. I'm going to record my whole screen again. Okay, so just select add attribute and just choose a number, and we're just going to give it to call it value. Okay, let's just call it value. This is going to give us 1 knuckle strength. And I'm just going to call this to red punching bag. And what I'm going to do is just make sure that I set the primary part, which I think I did. And now we're going to add a new tool. And we're just going to call it punching bag. Punching bag. No, knuckle. Or just punch. Okay. Now we have the animations. We could make nicer punching animations or something. I'm actually gonna do that right now. So let's just go here. And I'm just going to go to avatar. And I'm just going to do this. Uncheck loop. And I'm just going to make a punching animation. I'm really bad at animating, but I'll just try and make a nice punching animation. Okay, let's see. So you should have your guard up. Something like that. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's just hope that that works. Okay, so then you just punch with your right hand. Let's just go here, and we're just going to make the player punch. So I want this to go like that. This to just go like that. We're just going to unrotate this like that. And we could just move it a little forwards. Not too much. And then we could just bring it back here. Okay, that's a really bad punching animation, but I think it's gonna work. Now I'm just going to publish this, and this is going to be punch. Oh, I forgot to set the animation priority. So we're just going to set animation priority, action, file, publish to Roblox, and we're just going to call this punch. Copy the ID. We're just going to paste it right here. Click animation is going to be that. And then we need to do another thing, which is the hold animation. So to make the hold animation, I'm just going to do the exact same thing for the other hand. Not here. I'm just going to do it to delete these 2 keyframes. And then we could just do the same thing for the other arm. We're just going to do this. That. This is gonna look really bad, but it will work. Okay, so that works. We're gonna loop this, set animation priority, action, publish to Roblox, and it's just going to be, let's just call this punch hold. Copy the ID, set it to the hold animation. Let's just make sure that I'm still recording. Yes. And now we can go back to this hand gripper client. So what do we need to do? We have that done. We just need to change a couple of things. So I'm just going to change this to punch. I'm gonna add the remote event, and it's going to be called punch. Now in here, I think we need to change this to punch. And we're gonna go back to the tools module. We're gonna copy this. No, we don't need to copy the whole function. We can just put in function module dot punch. That's of course going to take the player. We also need some debounces. So local punch debounces, and we're gonna go down here. Pass dot spawn function as always, and just copy this. Copy the whole thing. And in here, we're going to change this to punch debounces. And before we do this, we need to check if the character's distance between the player and the punching bag is close enough. So what we're going to do is loop through the punching bags and check if one of them is near the player. So for underscore comma punching bag in workspace dot punching bags get children do. And what we're gonna do is just if punching bag dot primary part dot position dot magnitude dot position minus I forgot to add a parenthesis right here and the parenthesis right here, minus character dot humanoid root part dot position dot magnitude is less than let's just change this to like, I don't know, something like 3 or 2, then break, and we're just going to have a variable up here called punching bag equals nil. Let's just call it near punching bag, or just punching bag and this to v. Change this to v and this to v, and then here we're going to do punching bag equals v. Okay, so we got the punching bag. Now we play the animation. We're also going to check if punching bag is not equal to nil. Then we're going to do this. Okay, so we got the tool. We'll play the click animation. Then we can do whatever we did here. So just copy this. And in here, we're going to do hand grip debounces. We're going to change this to punch debounce. Punch debounces, and just do the same thing here. Now after we did this, we need to just do knuckles, and instead of tool get attribute value, we're gonna do punching bag get attribute value. And let's just play the game. Oh, we did not call the function again. Okay, we did not listen to the remote. Let's just do remote dot what is it called? Punch dot on server event connect module dot punch. Okay, let's play the game now. Okay, so I'm just going to use the dumbbell, just going to use the hand gripper, the punch thing now, and I can't punch, but that's normal. It's because I'm not close enough to a punching bag. Let's get close to a punching bag. Still can't do that. Now I can. So the distance is too small. So we need to change that to something like 8, maybe. Maybe that will work. Or maybe it won't. Let's just try that again. Okay, so as I said, the animation is really bad, but forgive me for that. I can do better. Now we could try and shake this punching bag on the client, of course, using TweenService. Okay, so we're just going to need another remote event. Let's just call this punch or shake bag, and we're just going to go down here, and we're just going to do remote dot shake bag on fire client, and that's just going to take the player. Now we're gonna listen to it in the punch thing. Let's also rename this script to punch client. We're gonna listen to it in here. So get remote wait for child shake bag dot on client event connect function bag. Now we also need to get the bag from here. Shake bag player comma bag comma punching bag. And here's what we're gonna do. We need tween service. Local tween service equals game get service tween service. Now what I need to do is first of all get closer to my microphone. Okay, so we got the bag. Let's just do local tween equals tween service create bag.PrimaryPart, comma, and we're just going to do TweenInfo.new. We're just going to make it take 0.2 seconds, comma, Enum.EasingStyle.Elastic, comma, Enum.EasingDirection.Out, and we're just going to change this to 0.8. Then we're just going to reverse it. So repeat count 1, and we're just going to reverse it. So true and 0 for the delay time. Now we can set the CFrame equals bag.PrimaryPart.CFrame multiplied by CFrame.new, and we're just going to do math.random from 0.5 to 1, 0 comma math.random from what am I doing? Let's just change this to 1 just to test out the shaking effect first. And I'm sorry if this is a little too long. And then here we're just gonna do tween colon play. Let's see if that works. Okay, that's really weird. That's really weird. I think it's because my axes are messed up. So if I just select the move tool, the x-axis is up for some reason. So I'm going to change it to x or y. So let's just go back here. 0, 1. Maybe a 1 in here. Let's just change that to 1 in there. And for this, the repeat count is going to be 0. Play this again and see how it looks. Okay, that's really bad. We need to make it way faster. 0.2 seconds. And don't worry, we will make it random. Yeah, I really don't like it. I'm gonna mess around with it and I'll be back. Okay, so here's what I ended up with. I ended up with this. Let me just put this random.new here and I'll show you the code. I'm just gonna put this right here. So I have this random, which is equal to random.new, and I did this. So I have a random table, random.new colon NextNumber 0.1 to 0.5. Just copy this code. I'll just zoom out a little. This is how it looks. I'll leave this line up with this shaking code in the description. You can copy and paste that. Okay, so I did this to make it a little easier to read, and basically you can just, this will be in the description, just copy it and paste it here, and I'll show you how it looks. It looks pretty good. It looks good enough. Okay, so this is going to be it for today's tutorial. If this helped, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.